going to go right here for now so that, okay. Welcome, Game Master Shawn, to Clifford Classcrafters. Hi, Shawn.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How
Good.
are you doing?
Good. We're great. We're so excited that you have agreed to Skype with us. They are absolutely thrilled. They couldn't believe when I told them that we were going to actually get to meet you through Skyping. So welcome, welcome. I'm going to adjust the sound. Kids are going to have questions, and they're going to come stand over here where I am, so I'm going to be behind the scenes.
Great.
But we are thrilled to have you. Okay, so I'm going to adjust the sound. All right, let's see. Okay, how does that sound? Can you hear us okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that better now, guys?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so welcome, welcome. Yeah, so do you want to, I told the kids that you were probably going to start out, and they might be taking some notes. They're not being disrespectful, but they wanted to take notes from what? A primary source. So you are the primary source of our topic, Classcraft. And so in case you see them writing, that's what they're doing.
Great.
Okay. So do you want to just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
For sure. So hi, my name is Shawn. Tell you what. I wanted to show you a picture. Just a second. I thought I had it open and it's gone. Give me 1 second. I was going to start this with a picture of me when I was young.
Oh.
And I thought I had it up, and for some reason.
But even the fact that Shawn knows how to do this, that he's Skyping and then he's going to be able to show us a picture all at the same time, like that's way beyond my level. How many of you guys would know how to do that, what Shawn's doing? You can do both of those things at one time.
There's types of computers that have like 3 screens.
Multiple screen. You guys know all about that. Maybe
yeah, I've got the multiple screens, rocking the multiple screens. Wait. Okay, here, and let me get one that would have that in it. I'm sorry this is taking so long. I thought
That's
I had
okay.
it up and
No worries.
I just need to find the right.
Was this when you were a youngster, about their age, about 10
Yes,
years old?
this is a picture of me when I was in grade 7. Here it is. Got it.
Can we see? Oh my gosh.
Make that bigger. So this is me on the left, and this is my brother. And in case you don't know, Devin and I started the Classcraft together. And basically what we wanted to do was go from being dorky kids in school that didn't sort of have a great time to being like this. So these are our avatars. This is my avatar with my head on it. And basically what I did is we both had a terrible time in school for different reasons. Devin got picked on a lot, and I was just really bored. And so I did a degree in physics, and I ended up becoming a teacher. And I wanted to make sure that class was really fun for my kids. And part of the way to do that was to make sure that the stuff we were doing was fun. But also, from a like content perspective. So I was a physics teacher, so we do things like build hot air balloons and that type of stuff. And so this is a selfie of me with my students. They're a bit older than you guys. They were 16-year-olds, but we had a great time in class. And then that's how I came up with the idea for Classcraft. I'm a big gamer myself, so played a lot of games growing up. Do you know about that new Nintendo that just came out, the mini one that's really hard to get?
Nintendo Switch?
No, not the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Classic. That mini old retro Nintendo. So when we were kids, Devin and I saved up all our money and we bought one. And so when we were like 7, we started playing Mario Brothers and Zelda and all those games, and continued to play games all throughout my adult life. I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 right now. Maybe you've heard of that one. It's on PlayStation. Final Fantasy 15, no. But basically being a role-playing game person, played a lot of World of Warcraft. And so when I had the idea for Classcraft, I was like, oh, it'd be so much fun if my class was like a game. And so I just made it up for my kids, and I taught myself how to code. And so I was a developer for 10 years while I was teaching. So building websites for big companies like Chanel, the perfume company. And had the idea for the game, made a website in a day, had it running, and then played with that for 3 years with my kids. And it was just this thing I was doing. But then I put it online, made a little website to talk about it. And the day it went online, 130,000 people came to the website. Just because it started trending on a website called Reddit. Reddit's like a social media platform for sharing websites. And so from there, the journalists called me, and then a whole bunch of teachers wanted to get it. So that's when we decided to make Classcraft available to other teachers. And so a few interesting things in the DNA of Classcraft. One of the things is I'm actually based in Canada. So I don't know where you all are, but it's definitely not in Canada, right?
No, it's not in Canada. Who wants to tell him where we are?
Everybody.
Go ahead, Medina.
We're in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States.
Awesome. So I love Chicago. I've been there several times. I'm up in Canada, but I'm in Montreal. So you as Chicagoites, you actually know where Canada is. So that's pretty good. But I'm not near Toronto. I'm more on the East Coast. And so, but in Montreal, there's all the big game studios work out of Montreal. So, all the Assassin's Creeds, the Batman games, all the sports games, they're all getting made out of Montreal because there's like special incentive from the government to make video games there. And so all our illustrators actually come from these professional game studios. And that's why we have such great graphics, is because we built it out of there. Now, our other office is actually in New York, so Devin's in Manhattan, and we're working a lot with the folks over there. So that's kind of how it started. When we started, we were all working from our houses, and now we have 15 people working here, so it's a big thing. We're in 75 countries. So there's kids playing in Chicago, but there's kids playing, in Saudi Arabia and Hong Kong and Spain. All over the world playing Classcraft.
That's great. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you for such a great introduction. How many of you learned a lot already about Shawn? I know, so did I. Because I've read a lot of stuff about you, and I didn't know a lot about that. So thank you for that information. All right. Well, Shawn, do you think, would it be okay? Do you want to say a little more? As kids ask questions, you can elaborate on?
Yeah, I'll just elaborate. Why don't we just talk about what's interesting for you guys?
Okay, yeah, because they're all super interested in this. Jania, do you want to start? And they're going to introduce themselves, and then they'll stand over there so that you can see who they are. And if you can't hear them, just let us know. Go ahead, Jania.
Yep.
Your password. Hi, my
Nice shoes.
Hi, my name is Jania, and I wanted to ask you a question. How do you think Classcraft will make a difference in children's behavior?
Well, we're actually seeing a lot of things. So we're seeing a whole bunch of things. So the first thing is that we're seeing kids be a lot more collaborative because it's about your team, right? So you want to help your teammates. It's not just about helping yourself. It's about how do you help everybody on your team. We're seeing, there was a study that was done by a university, and they saw that kids were 30% more interested in schoolwork because of Classcraft. So we're seeing people getting really excited about coming to school. They want to know what the random events are going to be. We've also seen an increase in grades as well. So in another study saw that there was a 10% increase in grades for kids using Classcraft. So that's pretty exciting. One of the things I'm working on right now with a non-for-profit organization in Canada is a project on bullying. So how can you use Classcraft to stop bullying? And so we're developing a guide to help teachers teach kids about how to, they're called pro-social behaviors, but basically about being nicer to other kids and stop bullying from happening in schools. So those are some of the things we're seeing. we're definitely seeing a lot of kids really excited. We have some kids that come to school dressed up as Classcraft characters.
Wouldn't
Are you
that
gonna
be
do
fun?
that?
We should do that. Who wants to do that? That would be awesome. All right, we'll
Check this out. I'll give you an idea. This is a school in Slovenia. Just did this. They hand painted these. Check it out. They're life size, and then you can put your head in it.
Oh my gosh, we should make that.
Yeah.
For parent night. How about for parent night?
Yes.
Yes. That'd be fun. Okay, I'm taking notes too, Shawn.
If you do it, I want to see it. Send us a picture.
Yes, we will. Absolutely.
warrior ones.
Well, we'll do it on
Like
Twitter with the
warrior.
hashtag
Do you have any
too.
warrior ones? Let's do a level 4 leader.
No, I mean this is just what some people made that. We don't have a warrior one, unfortunately.
All right. Okay, great. I don't remember who has questions that were written down that we talked about this morning. We're gonna still ask more questions, but Jacob, come on up. We're gonna have time, whatever Shawn has time for, we're gonna keep on.
Yep, showcase something.
Hi, my name is Jacob. I have a question. If you could make Classcraft an MMORPG, what would you do with it?
Hi, Jacob. It's actually already an MMORPG when you think about it. I don't know if you know, I've played other MMORPGs, but like in World of Warcraft, when you go into a dungeon, you have a tank class, and you have a DPS class, and a support class, right? And you need those different classes if you're going to succeed in the dungeon. And that's really what's happening in Classcraft. The difference between Classcraft and an MMO video game is that the 3D world of Classcraft is actually cool, right? So instead of being in a virtual environment, you're in a real environment doing things to get points. Whereas if you were playing an MMO online, you would be in a virtual environment getting points. Now, one of the things we do want to do perhaps is build like a league of Classcraft and allow schools to compete against one another in like Classcraft games. So maybe we'll do that.
Yes, how many people would like him to do something like that?
Yes.
Yes, I mean like all these ideas, Shawn. Yes, yes, yes. I know they're gonna say yes to everything because they're so into it. Did you understand that, Jacob? Did that better explain your question? Thank you. All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Jacob.
Jaden. Here, you have to go over here, honey. Go over here. There you go. So then he.
Pretty close to the camera there.
Hello, my name is Jaden, and
Really
I have a
loud, Jaden.
question.
Really loud, honey.
What school was Classcraft first introduced to?
Jaden, it broke up. Can you repeat the question?
Really loud.
What school was Classcraft first introduced to?
So the school that first was introduced to was a school where I was a teacher for 10 years. It's called Salesian High School. And here, why don't I show you a picture?
He is like, he's got all these pictures like right at his fingertips. I'm so super impressed. Wow.
Just a second.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling this one off of Google.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a good one as well. I guess this will have to do. So this is a school where I taught for 10 years. It has 2 buildings, and wait. So it has 2 buildings, and it's built it's in the woods, kind of. And this building was the grade 9, 10, 11s, and this was grade 7 and 8. The school is up in Canada near Montreal, and obviously it has a tennis program. That's why there's a tennis court here. And then across the street was a high-rise of old folks' homes. So they would always call the police when we get too rowdy because we would upset their mid-afternoon naps.
the nurses, like the nursing type homes, and they would, take their afternoon naps because they need rest. Just like that's what happens when you're younger and older. So they would get in trouble. Why, Shawn? You said that the building was 7. I mean, what were the 2 different grade levels? Or,
So 7 and 8, and then 9, 10, 11.
So-
The education system in Quebec is a little bit different.
yeah.
So it's split up in elementary school and in high school. There's no middle school level. So it's grade 1 to 6 is elementary school, and then 7 to 11 is high school, and then there's 12 and 13 are they're special grades in another building.
Oh, okay. Okay, so is that from Canada? That's their education system all throughout?
Not all of Canada. This is only in the French part of Canada. So this is a special thing as well. The area of Canada that we're in is in French. Everybody speaks French.
Do you speak French?
Yeah, I speak French. Do you want me to speak to you in French? Bonjour, je suis très content de vous rencontrer aujourd'hui. J'espère que vous allez trouver ça intéressant.
Who can answer him? Do you speak French?
No, but I think I know.
What do you think he said?
Hi, it is very nice.
It's very nice to meet you. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And how do you know that if you're not speaking French? What language do you know? Polish. So is that closely related then? No, but you could pick up on it. Okay.
Bonjour, that was easy. Yeah.
Bonjour is easy. Yes. All right. Did he answer your question, Julian? Medina. No, from this one. Medina. Okay, here's Medina.
Hi, my name is Medina, and my question is, if you had a Classcraft when you were younger, what player would you be and why?
That's a great question. Nobody's ever asked me that question. I think I would have taken a mage, probably because they have the best powers. I'm a risk taker, so I'm like, I don't care if I don't have a lot of hit points. I'll take the risk, and I want the better powers. So that's probably the one I would have taken.
Okay, if you're a mage, raise your hand. Wave to Shawn. If you're a healer, wave your hand. If you're a warrior, raise your hand. All right.
Awesome. You know what? My business card.
What I'm sorry, we missed that.
I hadn't thought of it before, but I already made that choice. This is my business card, and on it is a mage.
Oh, it's a mage. Wow, cool business card.
This is the highest level mage, by the way.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, I love it.
Very good, Chris. Who did you copy? From you? Julian, very cool. All right, who else has another question that hasn't been answered? Amy, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Amy, and my question is, if you were to create another game, how would you design it by using kids' interests these days?
Thanks, that's a really good question. Well, what I like about Classcraft is that it's a game for any classroom. So a lot of games in education are like a math game, right?
Yeah.
Or a biology game, or they're about a specific subject. So I really like the idea of making all of class a game. And what was really important for me was to make sure that kids were working together and feeling good socially about making a game. So you'll notice that Classcraft doesn't have any competition. Like, you can't fight other students, and you're not like competing against them. So if I were to make another game, I would definitely make sure it was collaborative. I would definitely make sure it had an impact on your real life. And then, maybe we switch up the theme a bit. I kind of like sci-fi things, so maybe I'd have like a sci-fi thematic. One teacher asked us for a zombie apocalypse game. Maybe that would be fun.
That would be fun. How many of you guys would like that? I like everything about you, Shawn. I mean, you should just move in over here. We'll get you.
Yay!
All right.
Thank you.
Mimi. Julia. If he can see you, you can stay there.
I can see you, I can hear you.
My name's Julia. What age were you when you thought of making Classcraft?
I was 28. But apparently I had the idea much earlier, and I didn't remember this. When Classcraft became a thing, one of my colleagues told me that I had a conversation with him like 10 years ago, basically outlining all of Classcraft. And saying how cool it would be for the game, and like basically explaining the whole thing to him, but I totally forgotten about it. So maybe I actually thought about it when I was like 24, and I just didn't remember.
Wow, that's amazing. And the fact that your friend, was it your friend, remembered? Yeah. And he remembered that, and then what did you tell him about it years later? And then he said, oh, you already told me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you realize that you thought about this a long time ago. You know? Like, yeah, I remember this conversation.
Oh my
God. This guy remembers every conversation he's ever had, but he won't remember what you look like. He's the weirdest guy.
That is so funny. Are you guys? Does he work for you?
No, he was a history teacher that I worked with.
Okay.
And he was using games as well. He was using an online game for colonial simulations to teach about, American history.
Okay, and I'm sorry, you're not still teaching, are you?
No, I stopped a year and a half ago, unfortunately.
Okay.
I really like teaching. Teaching is the funnest thing ever, but I was way too busy now.
With Classcraft?
Yeah, I mean, we have 15 people working for us now, so we've got to, manage them. And I was flying all over the world as well to give conferences. Did you know that I went to the White House 4 times last year? What? Yeah. And under the Obama administration, and they were really interested in hearing what we had to say about education and games and how to use that instead of quizzes to assess students. So we worked with the DOE over there for all through the year, working on that type of stuff. So, I couldn't keep teaching and do all these trips.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I know that, I have just started. I went to a workshop in November through our district, and they presented it, and I wanted to do something fun with the kids, but at the same time, I knew nothing. I'm not a gamer. Like, my kids played Nintendo Wii and, that Guitar Hero, and that was about it. That's my level. So when I came back and I knew nothing about it, I presented it to the kids, and they really were the ones that helped me understand about the game. I kind of told them about it. I told them about Mages, Warriors. They pretty much did so much of everything, which was amazing that they helped me so much. But we do random events. We do Wheel of Destiny. What one thing could you tell me as a teacher that you have seen a lot of success with, or that the kids loved, when you were teaching, that I should maybe try aside from those things?
Have you tried using the boss battles?
What? No, I have read about those, and look at the kids are all like, "What? It's a boss battle?" Do you think I should try that, Shawn?
Yes.
All right, who's gonna help me learn boss battle? All right. Okay, boss battle. I'm writing it down.
I'll show it to you guys so that you can harass her.
And they will.
Sorry, you got yourself in trouble here.
I'm all about trying to make improvements in my own teaching too. Okay.
Here, let me show you.
Oh, can I see your character? I want to see your code. What?
I have looked at it. I feel like it's more of an individual. Is it more of an individual? Like one student
exactly.
at a time?
It isn't. So basically what you do is you pick a name for the monsters. You guys could call them, like, I don't know, reading monster. And then you pick one. So there's like cute ones, and then there's like scary ones. So you can pick this guy. You gotta fight this guy, and we'll give the monster 50 hit points. And then we make questions. you'll make questions. So a question could be, where does Shawn live?
Canada.
And the answer there is called Sherbrooke. And then we'll make a couple other questions. And another one could be, what is my favorite character?
Me.
We'll put multiple choice here, so we can put warrior, mage, or healer. And then let's make one last one. Who is awesome? Oops. You guys. So now there's questions, and then we'll put a reward for beating this monster.
100,000.
And there's critical hits and misses here, just like in video games.
Let's make it one.
So reading monster, he has too many hit points. I'm going to give him a few less hit points. Let's give him just 10 hit points. And so if this was, so what you would do is basically say, okay, now there's these questions, you got to prepare for them, and now Friday we'll do a battle. What it does is it picks students at random. So, and then you'll do this in front of the class. So, and then when you do it, you'll turn on the sound. There's like amazing sound effects and stuff. But basically, now we need Harriet here. You know, this would be one of you guys. She has to answer this question. And we're doing this in front of everybody. And if she gets it right, the monster takes damage. And now you're trying, and now it's a different person, and you're trying together to defeat this monster. And if you get it wrong, you lose health points. But there's like misses and critical hits as well. And then who's awesome? You guys. So manage to defeat the monster, and then you get a giant reward, and you all can high five each other. So that's kind of how it goes. But basically, it's like a quiz show for the classroom. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, who wants me to try that? All right, Shawn, thank you.
More work.
All right, Shawn, I know you have to leave in a few minutes, so we might have a couple more questions. All right, Angel, you've been waiting.
Hello, my name is Angel, and I have a question. Will you add more heals or more powers?
Would you add more?
We're going to, we're not gonna add more character classes, Angel, yet. Kids want more character classes, but teachers get worried when there's more character classes because it makes the game more complicated. So we're gonna leave it at 3. But one thing we're going to be doing is this, and this might give you what you want. Basically, we're going to build items, and you'll be able to use your gold to buy these items. The teacher will make them, and they'll allow you to do certain things. Like, for example, the teacher can make them do whatever they want, but there'll be things like you could buy, like, say this potion, and then you can like heal yourself for 10 hit points. Or you could buy this crystal, and it allows you to like change places in the classroom. And so instead of having more powers, you could buy these one-off items that you can use whenever you want, like in a little shop. So that's coming.
Wow.
While I'm in here with these items, you guys want to see some of the new gear that's coming out soon?
Yes, we want to see the new gear. When's it coming out, do you think, Shawn?
Like the next couple months.
You'll still be in school here.
This is the guy, and this is the girl.
Nice.
So that's the phoenix. And then we have the elephant. Elephant warrior.
Oh, the
And this is the elephant warrior guy. And then we have on the healer side. This guy is new. Yeah, this guy is new. the medium.
It looks like that, but it was so.
So that's the female version, and this is the male version.
Whoa! What a cooler! See, look at that guy. Yes.
And then the paladin. This one's not done yet.
Oh my!
That shield looks so awesome.
And then we've got new mages as well.
Yes. Wait, don't
Which one is new here? I think the shapeshifter is new. Yeah, the shapeshifter is new.
That bird looks like the same.
The male is done. And then, do you have this one yet? Yeah, this one already exists. Is this one new? No, it already exists. One of these is new, and I just can't remember which one. Oh, this one is new.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's a me. That's a girl.
This is all coming out, probably in March. And then we've got pets to go with those guys.
Yes,
This is the new Phoenix pet.
So I have that already.
And then this is the elephant pet.
The elephant pet. It's not so blue. I love blue. Right, I love
And the paladin pet. And this is the medium pet. We just finished this one 2 days ago.
It's like a person inside a person.
And for the mages, this is a shapeshifter pet. Made out of like metal.
It's like an eagle lion.
And the psionic is the new one. This is the psionic pet.
Oh, that's like a. It looks like a snake. It looks like a. It looks like lions with yellow hair.
So, lots more content coming. Yay!
Wow, thanks for sharing that with us. You guys got a quick sneak peek. All right. Shawn, how many more questions do you think we have time for?
Oh yeah.
I know
can
you
probably
have
go
to.
for like 2-3 more minutes.
Okay.
I have another meeting, but I can push it back.
I'm Veronica. You can just stay there, Veronica.
Hi, my name is Veronica live from all of the other classes. Did you pick my class, our class, to video chat?
To Skype.
Skype.
You know what? Not that many people ask me for some reason. So, your teacher is just more courageous than other teachers.
I figure, and I try to teach my own children and these guys, all they could do is say no, right?
It doesn't hurt to ask, right?
The worst thing that could happen is they say no, sorry, but sometimes they say yes, like you. So thank you very much.
But
Thanks.
you know what? I was a teacher for 10 years, so, I love talking to kids.
Well, thanks, Shawn.
Whenever anybody asks, I always say yes.
Thank you. Thanks so much. All right, Daniel, one more question, and then we're going to have to let Shawn go.
I can barely even see my face.
All right, here, Daniel. Okay, there you go.
Okay, let me calm down. Okay, what changes are you going to make with your levels and your appearances?
Well, that's the new year's that's coming.
Oh, I mean the levels. Just the levels.
Yeah, so the levels aren't going to change, but here's another thing coming in Classcraft, and this is a huge. Don't tell anyone. Let me just get the right file up.
We'll get the people on the ground here.
This will take a second. I have to find the right file because this is This is all in the design phase right now.
While you're waiting, I know I probably shouldn't ask this, but it's another teacher question for me. Random events, I know lots of things impact the warriors, the mages and things. I have seen a few things for teachers on the random events. The teachers do things if they randomly get chosen. Do you have an idea that you have seen that I would be brave enough to do for my students in a random event? Or maybe Shawn, you just email me.
We've seen a lot of weird things in the random.
I know. I've been looking online at some of them. I'm like, oh boy, I don't know.
Yeah, one of them was they had a daily quiz, and this was a male teacher, but he said basically, as long as somebody gets 100% on the daily quiz, I won't shave. And so his students worked really hard to get 100% all the time, and he never shaved for 7 months.
Oh my gosh.
And it lasted all year, and his scores were in like the high 90s because the kids all wanted to not have him shave. And he got in trouble because the principal's like, you look terrible with this, disgusingly huge beard. He's like, yeah, but look at my test score.
Oh my gosh, that's a great one. All right, no more shaving.
Teachers, like, my favorite one is Chant of the Game Master, but that one's probably already in your events. That's the one where the student that has the least experience picks a song and you have to sing it in front of the class.
Yes, and you
Okay.
Have you done that one yet? That one in your...
Is the teacher singing it or the students?
The teacher.
No, I somehow must have missed that one. The kids have done it before. All
I
right.
had to sing Red Ball, and I had to sing. What does the fox say? Do you know that song?
Oh yeah. I'll have to practice some. All right, I'll have to practice
To
some.
answer your question, here's another thing that's going to be in Classcraft next year. Basically, what we're going to do is build quests. And so you'll be able to go through these maps and at each of these steps, do some coursework, and as you go through it, gain extra points. So, we're talking about like, oh, what if it was more like an MMO? But like, this is that. This is like the game world is going to become a world, and you'll be able to like, the teacher will make these maps, and you'll have to like go through them and do like quizzes, watch videos, whatever it is. And then as you do it, gain extra points. And then if you want, you can like go do side missions and get extra points to do those. So we're going to be building out this like Angry Birds type of map system where you can do your coursework through that instead of just, whatever it is you guys are using now.
Wow, that's great. And when is that coming out?
Probably in like September.
That's great. Sorry.
It's a bit more work.
Yeah. It does look very tedious. So that's a lot of coding because we just got done with the day of coding. I think it was a month ago, and they seem to really enjoy that. They really seem to enjoy it. So you're all about coding, and do you do that yourself, or is somebody on your team doing that?
I coded a lot of it originally. Now we have 4 developers.
Wow.
So they're doing it now, but I up until like. For the first year of the company, I was doing all the coding on my own. So
Awesome.
You should learn how to code. It's really fun and useful.
Absolutely.
I'm in coding club.
You're in coding club. Yes, I know. There's some kids in coding club. Well, Shawn, thank you. I know we've kind of
Thank
overstayed
you so
our
much. It's fine. It's on me.
All
Thanks for meeting with me. I'm always appreciative. This ends the week very well.
Yes, thank you, and it ends our weekend perfectly.
Bye, Mr. Shawn.
Thank you. Bye,
All right. Peace out. Thank you.
Shawn. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye,
Very good. Oh my gosh, you guys learned so much. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Share the love.
We can do it.
Like what you said about the bus, sorry, if we could do it like before you leave from school, before we do like a bus route.
We should do it every
Like
and then you can do it being at home or
writing a summary right now and we're not going to have time to write it. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to simply put our thoughts into bullet points. Quick. If you already took a ton of notes, David, you don't have to do it. Jacob, you're done. If you took a bunch of notes, you don't have to do it. But if there's something else, like he was saying stuff, and I know you guys were so excited to be watching it, and you didn't really want to take time to take notes, write it down right now. I'm going to give you 5 minutes of a quick write, and write down whatever you can. That is awesome.